Train Sim World. Is it good? Yeah. In Train Sim World, you drive trains. This game strikes a great balance between simulator and arcade. For example, lots of the train's controls can be performed with a single press of the controller. But this doesn't take away any satisfaction of feeling like you're driving a train. Each train has its own training mission, as every train is different. These training missions are narrated and are great at teaching you at how to get the locomotive moving. It's up to you how hard you want it. For example, you can customize your heads-up display to show or hide certain things, like what's the next signal box going to be. The signal box tells you whether or not your train can pass. Turning this off will mean you'll have to actively look for it rather than just looking at your heads-up display. I'll just note, nowhere in the game does it tell you what all the signal boxes mean, and every signal box around the world is different, so you'll have to Google what they all mean. Other things that you can keep on your HUD is the speed limit. I kept this one on as I found it very difficult to see the speed limit signs, as they're very small and they're quite blurry, and often they can pop in at the last second and it's very hard to see them. So it's nice to just keep the speed limit on the heads-up display and not have to worry about going over the speed limit and possibly derailing the train. This game doesn't come with many trains, but if you're willing to part with more cash, there's a huge amount of DLC that can be purchased. Most of this DLC can be upgraded to the future games such as Train Sim World 2 and Train Sim World 3, which is good to know. The graphics are fine, like I was saying earlier about the popping. There's a lot of popping in this game. Fortunately, the tracks never popped in, but you can see detail being added to the track only meters ahead of you, which can be quite distracting. The frame rate gets a huge upgrade if you play this game on PS5. I played it mostly on PS4, but once I jumped over to the PS5, it was so much smoother. If you like simulators, there's a lot of replayability in this game, but there's no real career progression. You're never working your way up to anything or unlocking better trains. You can drive what you want, when you want, which is great, it's fun to do, but you never feel any sense of progression. There's no multiplayer, which is probably a good thing, as there would always be that runaway train looking to derail everyone who's having a good time. The audio is very good, and I love hearing all the different sounds from all the different trains and all the different tracks. It's very relaxing to listen to. That was Train Sim World, and I give it a 7 out of 10.